All right, so we'll talk about some rowing today. You know, rowing has become a very popular thing. There's a lot of gyms that have really gotten into using it as their main mode, and big reason is because it's really if you really want a full body workout, cardio, upper body strength, get some leg in there. You're not going to get anything better from that than on a rowing machine. And many options here. These are really just a few of them, obviously, that are out there. A big thing to remember with rowing, you have three modes of resistance. You have air, water, and magnetic. So with air and water, the downfall of those, if they only have that mode of resistance, is that you really can't change the resistance much. Okay. With a fan, yeah, you can pull harder or whatever, and it's going to change, give you a little bit more resistance. With water, the same way, you can change the chamber, that how much water is in there, but not a big change of resistance on it. Once you add magnetic resistance into the equation, that's when you can really see a big change. Many rowers have both air and magnetic. Some are purely magnetic, some purely air, some purely water. So here we have the first one is an Octane, very high quality rowing machine, has both air and magnetic resistance. This is a commercial piece. I love this one. I like the handles on here. You have some different hand positions that you can utilize on this that gives you a little bit different feel for the workout. Usually it's just a straight bar, but you do have the side little knobs on the handle there that you can change your hand position. That works your muscles differently, but also can give you the feel of like rowing a canoe, for example. Air and magnetic resistance on that. The next one down here from NordicTrack, kind of in a class by itself, only because it has the iFit capability. You see that big screen on there. Average rower. The quality, what NordicTrack does is they put all of their, it's a decent rower, but everything goes into that iFit, and then you're paying a subscription for that. But this is also an air and magnetic resistance rower. Horizon rower, purely magnetic, good entry level rower right there. If you're looking to get started in rowing and want to see if you like it, this is one that'll give you a good feel to the rower, because if you go too cheap or inexpensive, you may not just like the way it feels, but this is a good one for that. 3 Bodycraft rowers, all of them are very good, 200, 400, 500 rowers. And the 200 rower, good entry level again. These are all three of these are air and magnetic resistance. All very high quality rowers though. So with the 200 rower, basic differences you're going to see on that, you have 8 levels of magnetic resistance. Plus the console up here is going to be very, very simple, very basic. Okay, you're going to get your information that you need. You jump up to the 400 rower, you're going to go from 8 levels of magnetic resistance to 16. And then you have more programming capabilities on here to a certain degree. Like you can program in how far you want to row and things like that. This also, if you have a heart rate strap on there, it will take your heart rate. And all 3 of these do fold up. Once you jump up to the 500 rower, you all of a sudden jump up to 32 modes of levels of resistance. And then you have your resistance change for magnetic resistance on your handle there for your thumb to use, so you don't have to stop. Where the 200 and 400, you have to, take your hand off the handle and you got the knob there. The downfall for this one, in my opinion, is that you do have to have a power source. It's a good rower. That 400 is fantastic for the price point and the fact that you don't need a power source so it kind of limits you when you have to plug it in. It kind of limits you to where you want to go with it. And then you have the Matrix, purely magnetic, high end, very good. It's a commercial grade piece. The thing you get out of magnetic is that they are the quietest. Because you don't have a fan, you don't have the water whooshing, you just have the magnetic resistance on there. These are the Matrix will tilt up on end for storage. Bodycraft will fold. And the Horizon and Octane at the end also will tilt up on end. The NordicTrack again, it's a little different. It folds up a little differently, not as easily done. All of these are going to have a decent warranty. The minimum you're going to get, and that's on the Horizon, is 1 year on the parts, 1 year labor. You could go up as high as 7 years on the parts on those Bodycraft, and 2 years labor on that. That's going to be your best warranty. But again, the Matrix and the Octane are both commercial pieces, which mean they're just going to give you, a more solid piece of equipment. But those Bodycraft for the price points, man, you can't beat them.